Plants growing in number. Most plants produce a large number of seeds which germinate and grow into new plants. We can also grow new plants from other parts of a plant, like stems, roots and leaves. In this chapter, we will learn how new plants grow from seeds and other parts of a plant. Growing new plants from seeds. Seed is a small hard structure present inside the fruit which grows into a new plant in suitable conditions. A single plant produces many seeds, but all seeds do not grow into new plants. Some seeds are eaten up by birds, rats and other animals. Some of them may get destroyed by wind and rain. Some seeds do not grow because they do not get sufficient air, water or warmth. Seeds which survive and get the favorable conditions grow into new plants. Structure of a seed. Seeds of different plants are of different shapes and sizes. A seed consists of following parts. 1. Seed coat. The thick outer covering of the seed is called the seed coat. It protects the seed. On the side of the seed, there is a scar. This is the place where seed is attached to the fruit. On the top of scar, there is a tiny hole. This hole allows water to enter inside the seed. 2. Seed leaves. Cotyledons. Inside the seed coat, fleshy seed leaves or cotyledons are found. Food for the baby plant is stored in seed leaves. Baby plant depends upon food stored in the seed until it does not grow green leaves. The baby plant embryo lies between cotyledons. It contains baby root radicle and baby shoot plumule. Cotyledons protect the baby plant. Seeds like gram, pea and bean have 2 cotyledons and are called dicot seeds. Seeds like rice, maize and wheat have only 1 cotyledon and are called monocot seeds. Germination of seeds. When seeds get enough water, air and sunlight, warmth, they grow into new plants. The growth of a baby plant from a seed is called germination. Seed absorbs water and nutrients from the soil in which it is sown. The germinating seed breathes in oxygen in air. Water softens the seed coat, making it easy for the plantlet to come out. Sunlight provides the warmth for the cells of the seed during germination to make them active. In the beginning of germination, baby plant or seedling gets its food from the cotyledons. Pores in the soil allow air to reach the seed. The roots come out first and grow downwards into the soil. Later, the shoot comes out and grows upwards towards sunlight. After using up the food stored in the cotyledons, seedling gets water and nutrients from the soil. Newly formed leaves prepare the food for the seedling. The cotyledons shrink and disappear. Dispersal of seeds. The scattering of seeds away from the mother plant is called dispersal of seeds. Dispersal of seeds is necessary for the better growth of plants because if all the seeds fall at one place, they would not get sufficient nutrients, water, sunlight, warmth, and space to grow. We know that plants are fixed to soil and cannot move from one place to another on their own. Therefore, nature has provided some methods by which the seeds of plants get scattered to large distances. Seeds are dispersed by wind, water, and animals, including human beings. These are called agents of dispersal. Some seeds also get dispersed by 1. Dispersal by wind. Some plants have very small and light seeds. These seeds also have wings or hairs. When wind blows, they are easily carried away from the parent plants. Madar, hiptage and cotton seeds are dispersed by wind because they are light and have hairs or wings. 2. Dispersal by water. The lotus fruit has a spongy part and coconut has thick fibrous coat, which enable them to float on water. So, when a coconut falls from a tree into water, it floats and travels with the water waves to far-off places. 3. Dispersal by wind. Animals and human beings eat fruits like apple, mango and watermelon and throw away their seeds. These seeds, on getting favorable conditions, grow into new plants. Seeds of some plants like burdock, xanthium or cocklebur, tiger nail and spear grass have hooks or spines. They get attached to the body of animals or clothes of human beings and are carried to other places. These seeds also grow into new plants. 4. Dispersal by explosion. Some fruits burst open or explode when they become dry. The force of explosion helps the seeds to scatter away. This is called dispersal by explosion. Poppy, pea and balsam seeds get dispersed by explosion. Growing new plants from other parts of the plant. New plants can also be grown from their vegetative parts like roots, stems and leaves. This method of growing plants from their vegetative parts is called vegetative propagation. New plants from roots. Roots of some plants such as carrot, dahlia, beetroot, radish, turnip and sweet potato can produce new plants. Let us perform the following activity to see how does a new plant grow from a root. New plants from underground stem. Underground stems like onion, ginger and potato can grow into new plants. Potato and ginger have buds on their surface. Each bud grows into a new plant under suitable conditions. The buds of potato are called eyes. Any piece of a potato with an eye can grow into a new plant. New plants from stem. In some plants like rose, hibiscus, cotton, money plant and sugarcane, new plants can be grown from small pieces of stem or the parent plant. These pieces are called stem cuttings and they have 1 or 2 buds on them. If you plant a stem cutting into the soil, after few days it grows into a new plant as shown in the figure given on next page. New plants from leaves. Plants like bryophyllum have buds on the edges, margins of their leaves. When such leaves are kept in moist soil, these buds produce new plants as shown in the figure. New plants from spores. Some plants such as fern and moss do not have flowers. They do not produce seeds. They produce tiny spores and each spore can grow into a new plant. In ferns, spores are present in special structures called serae. Agriculture. In our daily life, we eat different types of food including vegetables, fruits, pulses, meat, eggs, etc. We also wear different types of clothes. We get all these things from plants and animals. To get these things, a large number of plants and animals are needed. The mass production of plants and animals for food and other purposes is called agriculture. Here we are only discussing the agricultural activities related to plants. Various stages of agriculture are as follows. Plowing. It helps to loosen the soil. Manuring. Manures are added to provide nutrients in the soil. Sowing seeds. Plants grow from seeds. Irrigation. It supplies sufficient water to plants. Spraying pesticides. It kills the pests and protects the crops. Harvesting. When the crop is ready, it is cut and gathered. Plants of the same kind grown on a large scale at a particular place during a particular time are called a crop. For example, crop of wheat means all plants grown in the field are of wheat. The soil of a particular place and the season affect the growth and development of crops.
Crops that are grown from June to October, summer, are called kharif crops. Rice, maize and cotton are kharif crops. These crops depend on the monsoon rains. Crops that are grown from November to April, winter, are called rabi crops. Wheat, gram and peas are rabi crops. These crops do not depend on the monsoon rains.
Protection of crops and storage of grains. Grazing animals, birds, insects, squirrels, moles and pests like locusts, caterpillars and grasshoppers damage the crops. Various plant diseases also affect the crop.